Hello everyone, my name is KingStix and I have a brand new coaching video. Today we're going to be looking at Dr. Boomtown. He is a Warwick main. He also mains jungle in general. From what I can tell, your champion pool actually looks pretty healthy. You don't have too many champions. You might have too many junglers. Like, for example, you already have Warwick, so just use 2 tank junglers at this point. I would probably drop Hecarim because he's not very good right now and just stick with Sejuani and probably pick up Maokai or Rammus. Your champion pool is not too big, and for your support, I like how you only have 2 supports. I would like to see you also picking up Soraka. She's really OP and low elo because no one focuses her properly in a team fight. You can keep your whole team alive. Now, before I look at your specific game, which is this one, I want to come down here and point out your Janna game. Never, ever on Janna do you take Thunderlord's Decree. Always take Windspeaker's Blessing. It is retardedly OP. It is so strong that there's no way to lose with Janna pretty much. Janna's pick and ban right now. Pretty much every elo I've played in. For your reds on Janna, stop taking magic penetration. Just take flat armors. They'll do you a lot better. Magic resist is fine, armors on yellow is fine, and AP for your Quince is fine. Magic penetration, Janna only has 2 damaging spells, and they both do a very small amount of AP, so there's really no point. If you feel like you don't need the armor because you're not really getting hit in lane because you have really good positioning, you can go ahead and take scaling AP. But like I said, just take wind speakers over here, and don't take 12 in ferocity. Just come down the tree, getting the health regen, tough skin or explorer, runic armor, and insight. The most important things down the resolve tree are getting your runic armor for increased shielding and healing on yourself, and insight for your cooldown reductions. Having your flash up is really good on Janna because she's already really slippery, and having your exhaust up that much more is better in team fights for getting assassins off your ADC. Ardent Sensor Rush is great. Redemption, good choice after Ardent Sensor. You did rush Sightstone. Honestly, in the current meta, rushing Ardent Sensor and then getting Sightstone is actually usually better. But it's not bad getting Sightstone first. Your items here look fine. I personally am not a huge fan of Mikhail's, but I mean, on supports, there's really nothing else to build right now other than increased shielding and healing. That's all I have to say about your Janna. I'm not really going to take a look on anything else because it looks fine from what I've seen, but I'm going to look at your specific game, which is this one. So looking at your build, I really like your start, correct items, rush the team at perfect. You're going for Red Smite, which is really good against their team. They have a lot of high damage. And Red Smite is honestly just OP right now. It's okay that you got your Titanic Hydra and then tier 2 boots because Titanic Hydra is so strong. One thing I'll say though is I'm not a big fan of Merc Treads personally on Warwick. I currently am going for Tabbies into Spirit Vestige because Tabbies give you all the armor you need against AD people, and since they do have 2 AP, I feel like Spirit Vestige would have been a viable choice. Going for your Boots of Speed into your full Cinderhulk is good. Then I would have gone for Tabbies into Spirit Vestige, but you went for Titanic into Deadman's, which is still a solid choice. They have 3 AD, so going for Deadman's is good. You got your Merc Treads. I don't like Merc Treads on Warwick right now. I don't think they're strong enough. Only 25 magic resist. It's a bit of a joke. And then now you're getting a Spirit Vestige. I feel like getting Spirit Vestige and Merc Treads, it's a little bit wasted, but Spirit Vestige is definitely a good item versus their team. Overall, your build is good. Like I said, I would like to see a Tabbies into Spirit Vestige rather than Merc Treads. I really hate Merc Treads right now on Warwick because even with their snares, I like Morgana or Lux. If you time your ult properly, you should be able to go through their snare without it affecting you. Same with your Q. If you're on them in melee at any point, you should be able to use your Q properly to avoid their snares as well. Okay, looking at your leveling order, you went QWE, which is proper. Then you took 2 more points in W, then maxed Q. This isn't terrible, but honestly, getting 4 points or maxing W first is better than maxing Q. You only got 3 points in W, then you maxed your Q. The problem with that is Q doesn't get any lower on cooldown whenever you level it up, which is unfortunate. Your W does get lower on cooldown, and the way it works is whenever you're not hunting something, the cooldown is twice as fast. So in reality, you're actually getting a lot more time off it than it seems. So I usually like getting 4 to 5 points in W first and then maxing Q. And everything else looks fine. You're getting your ult whenever you can and maxing your E last. Your runes look great. This is a very standard page on Warwick. Taking scaling magic resist is good, especially since they have several AP on their team. If they didn't have any AP, I would probably take scaling cooldown reduction instead, since Warwick doesn't buy that many CDR items. Your masteries look fine. This is exactly what I would run. Piercing Thoughts is very important since your Q and ult both do pure magic damage, so does your Cinderhulk, and taking Fervor Battle, great. Down your resolve tree, I've gotten away from taking Fearless recently. I really like taking Insight because it gives your Smite and Flash a lower cooldown, which really set up plays. Overall, I feel like Fearless is wasted if you're using your E properly because that will mitigate loads of damage anyways. It's still not bad, but overall, try to transition over to Insight. All right, let's get into the gameplay. All right, so looking at the gameplay, you're a little bit slow on buying your items. This can make your invading a little bit trickier. Because right now, you don't know if they got wards over here. So you don't know if they see you. You don't know if they're invading your red. So you want to try to get out of the base earlier. It's really important. Since you did come out late, I recommend that you don't actually walk into this bush. Because if someone's waiting here, or in this bush over here, they'll see you, know what you're doing, or get suspicious and wait for you. Potentially kill you, or in opposite side invade over here. So if you come out late from your base, just wait in this bush or on this wall. Either one's fine, but coming to this bush is a little risky because they can see you. You came way too late. You never want to be later than 142 when you hit the plant. Recently I've changed it to be at the plant at 140 perfectly, so 148 is a little bit late to get in. You're wasting a lot of time. You started Q, which is great. Whenever you're attacking it, auto attack, walk back, auto attack, walk back, and of course use your Q whenever it's up after an auto attack. You want to try to pull the blue. You want to try to pull the blue as far as you can towards your Gromp, so at least get it in the bush. That way if someone does walk by, they won't be able to see it and you can kill it or smite it if you have to, but leaving it right here is really lazy. Just work on walking it over here. I can usually get the blue buff all the way over here if I'm doing it properly. If I'm being lazy, I'll just drag it into the bush. You walk over, immediately smite, Q, that's fine. You drop the ward, which is great. Everything's looking good. Now, since this is lower elo, I wouldn't actually recommend taking the scuttle. You can easily 1v1 Jax if he invades you at your red anyways. Plus you have this warded, so I wouldn't bother taking the scuttle right now. Because you'd be better off ganking after you get red buff or going straight to your blue. So don't get scuttle in my opinion. Alright, now you can do your red buff. You pull it. I'll just finish pulling it into the bush. Don't be lazy, you know. You're level 3. Okay, so we got your blue buff. So I turned off the fog of war real quick because I want to see why Jax invaded your blue buff. He starts red, not surprising. He would either start red or raptors in this case, at least from his bot lane. So no one actually saw you come. What happened was GP laid a ward, which is actually very rare, especially in lower elo. Even in higher elo, it's not uncommon for them not to ward it. I'm honestly surprised he did ward that. I guess he's familiar with the strategy. So at this point, you have no idea of knowing. Very unfortunate. Jax is kind of walking around. He should have gone, right when he saw that, he should have gone straight from red. You should have came over here and done your blue and Gromp or blue and Wolves. I don't know why he's doing Raptors right now. He finally comes over here. He's actually really low. You need to make sure whenever you're doing your invade strat that you tell your bot lane to ward your blue buff at 142. This would have seen him, and since he's low on health, literally your Sona could have just straight up come over here and stopped him. He's low on health and mana. Start of every game, make sure you tell your team, ward my whatever buff you're not starting at. So in this case, it'd be your blue. Say, ward my blue 142, very important, I solo invade. And they'll usually do it 9 out of 10 times. That will save you from something like this happening. Okay, so you realize your blue's gone. Jax is low on health. Since it wasn't warded, you have no idea what's going on. At least you did get his Gromp. So you're really not that far behind. He's actually farther behind than you are technically. Take your wolves. Whenever you're taking a camp, try to look on the mini-map because that's how you decide what you're going to gank is based off of what the minion wave is doing. Even though Kali's lower on health, this is still very gankable because you'd see, oh, Lux has more minions, so her wave's naturally going to push. So after doing your Gromp, because you came down here for your blue, you could have just gone for the gank or done your Gromp. After Gromp, I would have seen this, walked all the way around, walk this way, go all the way around her, and then kill her. You could have at least gotten a flash out of her. Whatever though. You're gonna do your wolves. At this point, you could go solo dragon. Use the sweeper to sweep straight through dragon pit. That way, just use it straight in a line like this. And then you can see if this is warded or if this is warded, and then you can walk straight to it and start it. People usually don't expect it, and since it is a flame drake, it would be really good for your team. Did you just drop that ward in that bush? I wouldn't have done that, to be honest. That's not going to give you very important vision. If you were going to lay a ward, I would lay it right here. So that way if Jax is walking around, you know if he's coming to stop you at dragon. But this isn't a very useful ward. Okay, so you see Jax top. So I'm glad you're starting the dragon. You can easily do this. Yeah, use your E a little sooner. You want to use your E whenever it's up to block an attack. You didn't need to smite it that early. I guess you did it just to speed it up. A little unnecessary. Getting the Flame Drake is a pretty big deal though. At this point, how much gold do you have? You don't have enough gold to back because you can't buy your team at. I might come mid and steal this CS. If I'm being nice, I'll come over here and get a few of my raptors to get enough gold. But you typically don't want to back till you have your team at. I don't like you showing here. You don't want the enemy team to know where you are, especially if you're low on health. They could kill you or take advantage of your teammates somewhere else on the map. When you came from Dragon, I would like to see you come up through this way. Come up here and go around like this. Don't cross over through here. Their minions will see you. You saw Jax just died to something. I think he died to raptors. Kind of sad. Okay, your gold. Now you'd back right now. Right after you finish this camp. Back and get your team at. Okay, good. You're backing. You got your team at. And now you can do your golems really quick. You see how this wave is pushed? You need to be looking for this. So if this person stays, you know you're going to want to gank this because he has a bunch of minions. So this is gankable right now. GP has minions pushed. It's going to push this way. Type Cho'Gath, stop pushing, and you can come gank. You use your W a little soon. Since GP is all the way over here, you're technically not behind him. You'd only use your W if you were in this bush already, and then you were already behind him. So don't use your W that soon. So you don't get to him. It's a waste of time. Since it is a Cho'Gath, I might stay away from this lane because they can't really kill each other. Just try to get level 6 and gank this bot lane. Or counter jungle Jax some. So is that your words? Okay, so you guys have this bush warded. You should look on the minimap constantly so you see he's bot. And since he's over here, you figured he hasn't cleared this yet. Or this is spawning in again. So you should come over here and take his jungle. And do scuttle instead. Would have liked to see you go in his jungle there and take it again. Because look, you know that shit should be spawned in. You saw he doesn't have blue buff. And you saw this was spawning in. So you should have just taken his stuff again, in my opinion. After you get 6, go gank bot. Okay. It's actually a little tricky to gank Morgana. Typically what you do is you get into ult range, and when you're able to reach both of them, you want to make sure you can reach both of them with your ult, just in case she black shields one of them. And let's say this is you. You'd like face Twitch, but actually ult Morgana. Face whoever you're not gonna ult, because then she's likely to black shield whoever you're facing. And then you ult the opposite person, and she usually can't react in time. Okay, she black shielded way too early. Where you used your W wasn't a bad spot. It was okay. I guess you activated your W a little too soon. I mean, it's not really going to add any CC to anything. I guess if you're trying to fear both of them, it's good. But she does drop black shield, so it's a little wasted. I would say W till after I ult. You ult, it's good. Oh, your flash isn't up. I was going to say I would have flashed auto team at that. Okay, I would shove that wave in, help my team, just in case they want to back. They ping you off, that's one thing, but I would try to shove that in, get some XP. Okay, you went to your red, that was smart. Skipping your raptors there was probably a good idea, just in case Jax was going into your jungle. You see they're going in on a Kali, so you use your W really soon, which is fine because you're trying to save her. Jax fucks up. That's good E timing by your part. You're going to take less damage. Since your ult isn't up, you can't really fight them. I would go do my raptors right now to heal up. Jax has no E. So you need to Q him right now. You know his E cooldown, so just Q him. It's up. Well played. You're about to get your Cinder Hulk, which is good. Gonna make you really tanky. You got boots of speed. Wow, I don't know what Lux is doing. Right here, I would honestly ult her right now, especially since you know her flash is down. You're not really going to be able to chase her down. You're going to get hit by a spell. So I'll chase to a point where until you know she's going to get away. So after this point, about right here, you know she's going to get away. So try to get her to waste a spell on you, like throw out a snare, then ult her. Then you'll have your Q and your E to finish her off. Oh, that was perfect. Wow, you played that perfectly. I don't know if that was on purpose. I don't know if you timed that or what, but that was good. So you make her feel very uncomfortable because they're getting close. And right when she throws out her spell, you immediately ult. Like, this is perfect. Amazing ult. You Q through her. Now, you should have activated your E. Right after your ult, activate your Q and your E on her immediately. You're going to want to start fearing her this way right about now. So now you're fearing her this way, which isn't that good. You would have wanted to use it a little sooner. Auto attack. Okay, Q. That's good. That was really well played with your ultimate. That was very nice. A lot of Warwick players will mess that up. Okay, do you see Jax on the map? I don't see Jax. Coming into his jungle isn't bad since Gangplank and Lux are dead. You can easily 1v1 him. As you see him over here. Yeah, this is smart. You saw him over here. He taking his jungle. That's well played on your part. They do get dragon, which is unfortunate. Just one of those things. It is a win drake, so it's not that big of a deal. Jax is dead. Take his raptors, in my opinion. Looks like you're looking for the Lux, but yeah, come get his raptors. That's smart. And you see on the map, his red's going to be up at within 20 seconds because it's yellow. If you're keeping track of this, you'd know exactly how long it's going to be up until it's up. I would really like to see you take that red. I would like to see you take that red, to be honest. If I had a ward, do you have a ward? No, you don't. But if you did, I would have warded it right here, waited in this bush, and Q smited it from him. Your ultimate's up. You need to be looking for a gank. You know Jax is going to be in this area because his red was just up, so you can expect him to be down here, possibly. So just keep that in mind. So don't do anything too stupid. UW, you're all the way behind them, so it's good. You have a long distance to chase. Your ult is up. I would activate my E right now, start auto attacking her, and press my Q right when she snares. Okay, good E. Good fear. I like it. Out ult Twitch. Good. You pussied out a little bit. So you played everything pretty solid. You played it pretty much perfectly. You ult him. I guess you weren't expecting the Sona damage. You're already on him. You can easily auto attack him at least once more in a team at. He flashes. Here, I would have definitely flashed auto team at. You just wussed out a little bit. Not too big of a deal. You still played it decently. You stayed with the wave, which is good. You stayed with your teammates at the wave. Try to get first turret. Great work. You should have known his red was down. You should wasted time going into his jungle there. Just got to keep better track of the mini-map. So you got a wave mid, cannon minion, smart, taking down tower. On the mini-map, you can see right now, you saw the Twitch, you know he's coming up, you see the Morgana, just avoid the snare. Your teammates just need to back off. I don't know what they're doing. At this point, since you see Lux and Morgana, they can easily wave clear, and your ultimate isn't up, I would just have backed off already, especially since you don't have a wave. Probably gonna die. Yeah. You just way overstayed. Whenever your ultimate is down and you don't have a minion wave to shove into the turret, There's no point in staying. Yeah, just way overstayed is all. Okay, so we look at the mini map. None of his camps are up over here. He has camps up over here, but we have no pressure. Our bot lane isn't pushed. Our mid isn't pushed. Our top lane isn't pushed, so we can't really go into his jungle right now. So going for your red Raptors Wolves is fine. There's no dragon up. You might look to do red and try to solo this. It's a little risky, but you can probably get away with it, especially since your flash and ult are up. You can just flash or ult over the wall if it goes bad. Not quite sure what you're going. Okay, you are going for this. Just don't walk all the way around. Just use the plant. It's a lot faster. I would personally, the Herald moves in whichever direction you initially attack it. So if you were to attack it from behind, it would charge this way. I would pull it towards the back of the pit. That way you could easily flash out or ult out if too many people come and try to stop you. So bring it all the way to the back of the pit. Don't kill it right here. Too many people can see. So Gangplank comes. Lux is MIA. Pick up the Herald first. Good. You use your ult way too early. You should have ran up to him first, hit him with red buff, feared, then ulted. Even if you would have ulted him, he could have just used his orange, so... You know Gangplank's flash is down because you just watched him use it. Lux misses snare. You should be speeding up right about now and going in. You flashed. You didn't need the flash, to be honest. Cho'Gath was already on her. I guess you were trying to secure the kill. Good use of Herald. I like it. You're killing him under turret. I probably would have tried to help Cho'Gath kill him first and then lay the Herald, but it's whatever. Stay with the Herald. You guys could easily kill him. Whenever an AD carries by themselves like that under turret and it's you and Akali, just all in him sooner. Now keep taking down the turret. In a situation like that, whenever you're out of mana, no ult, no flash, and you're surrounded, just finish off the turret. You could kill it because you're going to die anyways. Luckily, it looks like you guys are going to pick up the second Flame Drake. Cho'Gath, oh, his ult isn't up. You finally got your Titanic working towards your... You're going to get Merc Treads, but for some reason you buy cloth armor. There's no point. Just leave at this point. There's nothing you can do. Gangplank, you have to look at his items, how many kills he has. You could easily kill him as long as you get off your fear first and then ult. You need to make him blow his orange, not on your ult. Did you use your W? Where's your speed up? I guess you already wasted it over here, so you don't have your speed up. When you saw him over here and he's moving this way, I would have gone the long way around right here. Because he's most likely going to come to this bush right here, so even if you go around, you'll still get there. You know he's in the bush and he's probably leaving. Don't activate your E until you're in range to Q, or at least ult. Whenever you activate your E this early, you're not going to be able to get in range to use it. So waste E. At this point, if you ult him, he can just use his orange, so stop chasing. Oh wow, what is he doing? Q through him. Odds are he's running away from you, so you want to be behind him, so just Q through him. Don't just Q him. You ult to avoid a little bit of the slow. Like I said, he has orange, so it's kind of wasted. Luckily, Akali's there to pick it up. Just don't use your E so soon. Akali goes in on Lux. It's hard for you to get there fast enough because Akali's got dashes. Pretty much at this point, whenever you get a kill, look on the minimap. Look who's alive. Look who's dead. You see that Gangplank, Lux, Morgana are dead. You should immediately ping your team. They're even close to Baron too, which is good. Immediately ping your team, call out for Baron. So you don't have two people and you got Cho'Gath ult. Just go do Baron right now. No point in getting a turret than Baron, especially when it's this free. Three of them are dead, and all of you are near Baron. So you guys even get an ace. Go do Baron. I'm hoping you do it. Okay, you're gonna keep pushing. Really wish you had done Baron there. You're really low on health, just leave. Your ultimate isn't even up. There's no point in staying whenever you're low on health and have no ult at this point in the game. That should have been such a free Baron. You guys really need MF. She's your ADC. She's going to have a lot of consistent damage to take it down. You get Jax. Lux walks up because she thinks she's tough or something. You smite her, which is great. You blow her banshees. That was really smart. I would probably ult right now because I could close the distance and she just slowed me. But you were very smart and you waited. You figured she was going to be greedy and try to immediately snare you because you're slowed. And at this point, she's not moving because she's snaring. So now you ult, which is great. So you go through her snare, you ult her, and she has nothing. You Q through her, which is great. Activate fear. You get off a double fear. Unfortunately, Twitch does get you, and your teammates were kind of slow to react. It's whatever. You played it really well, in my opinion. Cho'Gath just needs to back off. He took, like, no freaking damage. What the heck? Twitch is chasing. Someone is too low to help. Cho does have ult. Oh, very nice. You have your dead mans, which is good. I probably would have gone for Thornmail, to be honest. Dead mans isn't quite as good right now as Thornmail is. Taking the blue buff, it's smart. You see them all mid. I like how you're taking their jungle. Since your team isn't with you, you can't take Baron. They're kind of doing their own thing. I would probably try to group with them or call for Baron right now, though. Warwick's not really the strongest split pusher. What are you going to do if he's under turret? There's nothing you can do. Just go group with your team, take turrets, or get Baron. Like, even if he landed the ult, he was just going to orange it. Alright, so you get the kill, but you die. It's not really worth at this point in the game since you are so far ahead. Just group with your team, get Dragon, get turrets, and get Baron. No need to split push. Warwick has a lot of CC and pick potential. Might as well group. Enemy Twitch doesn't know how to position. He walks it up in Cho'Gath. Lux flash. Cho's gonna go down. Someone's finally pinging the dragon. Looks like Akali's gonna pick up the morgue. Let's check out what you're doing. Okay, so you get dragon. Look on the map. Farming right now is okay since your team isn't ready to do Baron. But start moving over here and get ready to do Baron. Clear out vision. Okay, ready to do it. I like it. One thing is, since they're all alive and Cho'Gath is dead, you can't do it at this point. Just don't let them take it. I would commit, push it, push top. Don't let them do Baron. That's all you need to do right now while you're waiting for Cho'Gath. Now, if they start it, they're going to get fucked. They can't do it. MF should be positioned over here. She should be like in this bush waiting to ult, kill them all. She shouldn't be over here. At this point, you should walk up with your Eon and push them off. Well played. I'm glad you ulted in to save the MF. If they killed your Misfortune without her getting off her ult, you guys would have been kind of fucked. I like the chase down. I would have gone for that too. Probably just take the inhibitor since you're here. Take inhibitor and walk back with Cho'Gath to do Baron. Because 3 of the enemies are alive, and there's only 2 of you here, and you don't have super minions, so you can't really take a turret. See? No super minions, there's more of them than you. You guys should have just backed off and done Baron there. Way overstaying. Jax is such a tard. He's almost single-handedly losing the game for his team. Who knows? Maybe he's a Warwick main who had to pick Jax because you picked Warwick. Okay, at this point, you guys have 2 inhibitors. It's 5v4, but MF is low. You guys should pull back and do Baron. You really need to call this out as the jungler. MF goes down. You guys could still do Baron since you have 2 of their inhibitors. Sona goes down. At this point, you can't really do Baron because there's 4 of them now and you guys are just still dying. Back off. There's only 2 of you. There's 4 of them. You have to keep track. Just look on your screen and see how many of them are alive and how many of you are alive. And that should really determine what you're going to do next. So right now, you can't do much. Just take jungle camps and maybe push top. Oh, don't stay with it. Look, you're by yourself. And 4th enemies are alive. This is a really bad choice. Take some jungle camps while you're waiting for your team to do Baron. You already have 2 inhibitors. Whenever you get an inhibitor, it makes it really easy to do Baron, because if they come to stop you, they're going to lose their base. Finally going to get Baron, hopefully. Take the scuttle, please. Alright. Your teammates get there too soon. Don't get the scuttle. It's fine, though. You have 2 flames and a stone. Getting Baron should be really quick. You get it. You guys are pinging like freaking crazy. I don't know where you're going right now. Your whole team is alive. Bot inhibitor's dead. Mid inhibitor's dead. You need to be pinging. You need to be walking and pinging your team over to top so you guys can take down the last turret and get an inhibitor. There's no point in being mid right now. Might as well get 3 inhibs and play it safe. Because they have to defend mid and bot anyways because there's super minions pouring in. You guys should have been pushing top. And while you're taking this turret, at least one of them has to stay over here to kill minions. And then it's a 5v4 and you can easily win it. So you guys come in, you're just going to try to shove it down their throats. Would be a lot easier if you just took top turret. Go on for Twitch. Twitch is a lot bigger threat than Morgana. Just ult Twitch. Ult a little late. It's fine. At this point, I'd probably stop chasing and attack the base. You make it work, though. Okay, so I'm going to give you some final things to think on. Your biggest mistakes were not looking at the enemy jungler. Whenever he showed up on the minimap, you need to click to where he is, click on him, see what buffs he has, see how much longer those buffs have. You can figure out where he's been and where he's going based off of that. Also, whenever you're ahead and your lanes are pushing, don't be afraid to go into his jungle and fight him straight up. You can do that. A big mistake I've seen is you need to prioritize Baron in the late game whenever you're far ahead. And especially if you have enemy inhibitors, you're ahead and your whole team is alive. Bro, just take Baron and shove down the last turret. Whenever you have all 3 enemy inhibitors, each minion wave gets 2 super minions. And they just flood in and there's nothing the enemies can do. Overall though, I really do like your ultimates. As a whole, you're using them properly. You're using it to avoid enemy CC and you're holding on to it, not using it too soon for the most part. I would try moving away from Deadman's Plate a little bit. In my opinion, Thornmail's a lot stronger right now, especially 1v1, 2v2s. Deadman's is not bad, but try out Thornmail and getting tabbies instead of mercs. Because as you saw, your ultimate, you were using a lot to negate CC, so the mercs weren't really doing anything in the first place. One final thing is, at the beginning of the game, tell your team to ward your buff that you're not starting at. So in this case, it'd be your blue buff. Tell them to ward it at 142. That way the enemies think you might have started it because your bot lane took a little bit to get the lane since they warded it so late. Also, whenever Jax pulls that shit, your bot lane can just come and kill him. Or you can come over here and kill him. It's just whatever. I hope you guys enjoyed this coaching video. These are paid for. I don't do coaching for free. If you're interested in prices, look down in the description. It's $25 for an OPG review and a game review. It's $20 for just a game review. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If it helped you out, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you next video.